What's up, y'all? It's your boy Jay Flash. You're watching the Flash Drive once again. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also, share the video. All right, here we go. Our grandmothers way softer now versus where they were back in the day. What? Oh. My grandma used to make me go get the switch off the tree. My grandmother used to make me get the switch. And I'm talking about, if I bring back the skinny one, she was gonna wear my ass out. She was gonna go out and grab a baseball bat type shit and whoop me up. So I'm saying that to say, I'm looking at how my grandmother raised me. Well, my mom and dad raised me, but my grandmother, the way she raised us, the grandkids, my generation, versus how my mom, who also whooped my ass, treats her grandkids now. And even great grandkids, which is, so that's what I'm going to talk about today. I came from a different era. I'm telling you, I got my ass whooped. My mom tried to run me over with a car, all type of shit, right? So I know what real parenting was all about. Like, I never was the type where my parents just pulled me in a room and talked to me and put me on punishment. No, it was ass whooping, then punishment. And if they felt like that ass whooping wasn't enough, we're going to give you another one and then add more to your sentence on your punishment. And then then that's when the actual, because the kids these days are they're out of hand. They're ridiculous. And the news media, I think, has a lot to do with why the grandmothers of this generation, which is like my mom and my generation, the media and the rules of raising kids has played a part in how they raise their grandkids now. Because like my mom doesn't whoop the grandkids. And I'm all like, wait a minute, what's the difference between me and the grandkids? Like, she used to whoop my ass, like belt, pull a knife on me, pull a police nightstick on me, try to run me over with a car. Like, I've had all that type of shit happen to me. So when I look at and I compare that to the kids nowadays, I'm all like, dog, you guys got it easy. But it makes me realize, the kids being spoiled now is now you see why they don't grow up and they be more dependent versus independent, right? So I've seen the differences. Like my daughter, like I've seen people raise their kids, they don't even yell at their kids. They don't even whoop their kids. Like, and their kids are just out of control. Like, they just run around, tear things up, throw temper tantrums. The list goes on and on, right? Be bad in school. And when I talked to my mom about it, she's like, well, you don't have to whoop the kids. You can do it. I'm like, whoa, stop right there. Okay, first of all, there was no negotiating with you when I was a child. Okay, there was no negotiations at all. It was straight to the belt, straight to the fist, straight to the, and you know what? It cleared me up. And I can tell you guys a story how my grandmother was with me. I was in the second grade, okay? And I had this teacher named Miss Jackson. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, yeah, I know. So I had Miss Jackson. And Miss Jackson was really hard on me. And as I grew up and learned, she was only hard on me because she saw potential in me and really wanted me to better myself and apply myself more. So that's what I see now. But at the time, I was like, oh no, she's evil. So me and Miss Jackson get into an argument. I was in a private school. So it was one of those schools where you pay to go to school, not no free public school garbage. So I was in, my mom and dad were, they wasn't rich, but they were okay in life, right? So they were able to pay for me to go to school before I moved to a different county where I went to public school. So we would have these assignments in class, reading assignments. And the reading assignment was a stack of small little cards, and then you read what's on the card, and then you answer the questions that's on the back. But I kept reading the same story every time, and it was about Neil Armstrong. I'll never forget it. It was about Neil Armstrong. I read the same story every time. I answered the same questions. And then Miss Jackson caught on to it. Now, she could have just pulled me to the side and be like, hey, Mr. Such and Such, you are using the same material every week. I'm sick of Neil Armstrong. I'm sick of this. But she wanted to out me in front of the whole class. Now, not only did she do it indirectly, then she did it directly. Yeah, we have students here that use the same reading material every day and think that they're going to get away with it, blah, blah, blah. Then she's like, well, you, and pointed at me. So, yeah, I got mad. You know, even as a 7-year-old, I got mad. I got pissed. I called her a B word in front of everybody. So everybody in the class like, ooh. So me not knowing that she had my grandmother's number. No, wait. She didn't have my grandmother's number. She had my mom's number to her job. Now, I didn't know this. You know, you're not knowing this as a child. So she had my mom's number to work. So I leave. I'm at recess. I'm feeling good about myself. So the whole time, my mom calls. She calls my mom. Miss Jackson calls my mom. Told her what happened. My mom's like, well, I can't get down there, so I'm going to call his grandma. Now, the whole time, like I said, I don't know what's going on. I'm outside playing. I am popular at school. I just called the teacher B word. I feel great in life. Like I'm on the highest of highs. I'm riding a wave. Everybody's, you know. So they're praising me, right? I'm the big man on campus, all right? So my mom calls my grandmother. Me not knowing, my grandmother gets the keys. She drives her Buick. She gets into the Buick. Now, everything is going well. School's almost out. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother drives 20 miles per hour, so she's going to take all day. But she showed up at the last recess before we about to leave. She shows up at the last recess, ladies and gentlemen. Now, everybody's still overhyped, right? I'm like this big news. Like kids are interviewing, dog, what is it like? Like you call Miss Jackson the B word, you this, you that. Dog, that's some thug. So I'm like, oh yeah, you know, I'm flexing. You know, I'm feeling good about myself. You showing out, you know, dancing, you know, doing little Bobby Brown dances and all that. This is in the 90s. So, you know, the Bobby Brown. I was feeling good about myself, right? But for some reason, everything shut down. Like everything just stopped. And it went in slow motion. And I'm wondering, like, why is everything in slow motion? Why is these kids like, hey, dog, right? I'm all like, I don't get it. I'm like, why is everything in slow motion? Why are you looking like that? So I hear some keys and I hear a limp. And I know my grandma, she had the bad hip from the car accident back in like 78, 68, 67, right? So she had the little bad gimp when she walked. But I'm all like, nah, I ain't worried about nah, right? So I'm good. I'm still feeling myself. It's slow still. Slow motion still going on, but I'm trying to figure it out. But you get what I'm saying. So I'm like, you know, I'm dancing, romancing, you know, prancing around. And then the screen went black. Like the whole screen just went black. And when it went black, I felt like a overhand right and a belt behind it. So I went this way and, you know, she connected, of course. I tried to run, but it's something about grandmas, even with the bad hip. She hawked me down, dog, in front of all the kids. And she wore me out in front of everybody in the middle of the damn recess in the quad. Wore me out. Okay? I'm crying at the delay, you know that? I had the little delay, right? I had that going on. So, you know, fast forward. I'm good. I grab my bags. We go back to class. I'm glad nobody said anything to me. Everybody's shocked. Everybody stopped like everything just stopped. So I come back to school the next day. Now, to me, I'm embarrassed like hell. Grandma done wore my ass out in front of all the kids. And I'm talking 5th grade, 6th grade, 1st grade, kindergarten, 4th grade. Like all the kids. The girl I liked, the girl I didn't like, the dude I didn't like, the dude, you know, everybody was there. Everybody. Other parents were there. I don't know. It just seemed like everybody wanted to be there that day, right? So the next morning come around. I go to school. Everybody quiet. Everybody looking at me like, yeah, that's that dude got his ass whooped by his grandma. So they start looking at me funny. So I go into recess the next day. I'm thinking like, you know, I'm still the man, right? So everybody's all like, ain't you that dude got his ass whooped by his grandma? Ah! So it went from I'm the man to I was the laughing stock of the school for the rest of the school year. It went just totally the opposite direction. It was the worst feeling of my life. But one thing I can honestly say is my grandmother raised me the right way. I never called Miss Jackson nothing else again. I was her best student, right? So, point of the story is, we probably need to go back to that, right? Not saying whoop your kid's ass with a switch. What I'm saying is we need to go back to discipline, because even the Bible says if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. Maybe you do need to be a little more firm with our children. That way they don't look how they turn out later on in life. I'm gonna leave you guys with that. It's been another episode of the Flash Drive. It's your boy Jay Flash. Like I said, hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video. Parents, kids, they all need to see this. That way people can honestly, I need you guys to comment. Leave a comment. Tell me if I'm wrong about what I'm saying. I know it's going to be people on both sides of the aisle. They're going to say, oh, he's right. And there's going to be the other half to say, oh, he's wrong. This guy is a monster. But let me know in the comments. I'm going to try to respond to everything. I love you guys. Remember, don't forget to share. Share like you care. I'm out of here.